Welcome to Raw Talk. 2 links down below in the description box, as always, to credit WWE for piecing this together. Glasgow, Scotland, second time ever having Raw. I thought there'd been more than that, and this is the first time that it's live on Netflix. I'm like, well, I hope so. It's only been on Netflix for a couple of months, and it's predominantly taken place in the US. So that's not hard to believe. Started off the show with John Cena with another really awkward, I don't understand what's happening here. I said the same thing the last time because the same thing happened where he gave a promo and I just didn't get it. He does want 17 times to be a champ, and he wants to retire and actually take the title home and be the last real champion in WWE ever. 13 minutes of John Cena on the mic before Cody Rhodes came out, taunts Cena, saying, go ahead, take the belt. Doesn't do it. Walks away. I still don't get the whole thing with The Rock. The Rock hasn't come back to kind of shed light on what he wants Cena to do, what the whole game plan is. I just don't get it. Why the vicious assault on Cody Rhodes when he seems more fixated with the fans, because he was really attacking the fans, insulting them, saying that he's been abused by the fans over the years. And funny enough, he does raise actually a lot of good points, but in the end, the whole thing just seems weird. It really does. But anyways, so that's that. And again, you can watch the whole thing right from WWE. I wish what they showed for free on the internet that I was allowed to show. You see what I'm saying? And show a moment and be like, hey, remember this part here? Boom. Why can't I do that? I get it. It's copyright, but this is like freebie stuff. They're willingly just showing it. So why can't I do it for you? Anyways, in this specific instance, I wish that I could do that, but I can't. The Usos got together and defeated A-Town Down Under. Oh boy. That left from Theory, that's right, on to Jimmy on the outside of the ring. That was crazy loud. Like, that was like some real connection right there. Match lasted longer than last week. Gunther came out. Jay botched again and completely slipped and tripped while he was trying to do a spear. Oh man, poor Jay. Not to keep going on about it, because a lot of people will be like, oh, he's human. And it's like, look, I'm not dunking on him. I botch every time I flap my gums and I record a video. I totally do that all the time. I'm just saying, but lately, those are some pretty big ones, like when he beat Austin Theory and squashed him with a flying crossbody when it was supposed to be a spear. The over-the-top rope thing, now the slip. In real life, I wonder if he's just like under a lot of nerves, jet lag. He's main eventing WrestleMania. I don't know. I'm just saying. Maybe that's part of it. I mean, he is human after all. But to play devil's advocate and be that guy, not a lot of other people botch. Like if you look at Bret the Hitman Hart's entire career, I don't think he ever botched once. He did 3 times in a week. That's why I think sometimes people will attack someone like Jay who has multiple little incidents in a short time frame because other people have never had one. I just say shit happens, really. And if you're not hurting anybody but yourself, there's no need to attack. Rich Holland, on the other hand, that was different. Literally almost killed Biggie. So, anyhow, I don't want to be too negative, like I said. We're going to move on. There's the kick to Gunther on the side of the noggin. Where the hell was I? Right here. Lyra Valkyria retains her IC title against Raquel. Liv attacks post-match, then Bayley comes out. This was actually half decent. Because, with all due respect, I never looked at Raquel, with all due respect, with too much, like, oh. But the match was decent. She held her own. And, like I said before, Lyra Valkyria is really good. I just have no investment in her. I don't care about her at all. And quite honestly, I wouldn't have minded if Raquel actually had the title for a short while. Yeah, that's right. She would have been a double champ. And that hasn't happened since Asuka, when Asuka was women's tag champ and women's Raw championship. Anyhow, Asuka was the last one to be a double champ in the women's division from what I remember. But yeah, there is absolutely no denying that she is incredibly good. There is no doubt about that. Still felt like Dakota Kai should have been the first IC champ, but I will get over it. Yeah, there, Bailey comes in to help. Jimmy pokes fun at Jay, actually, backstage, which is why I mentioned this about the botch from last week and the slip this week. Jimmy then sees Gunther around the corner, slaps the shiznit right out of him, and then Gunther smiles. Knowing Gunther, I'm surprised he didn't just turn around and mow Jimmy down. There was no, again, Ludwig Kaiser. I really feel like Imperium's just completely done for, and it's sad. At least I think it's sad. Adam Pearce wants to do the contract signing again with Bianca and Io. Io says that she doesn't care if it's the two of them because of the whole thing with Rhea last week where she just kind of signed the contract. Well, she didn't kind of. She did sign the contract. She's not a part of it. And Adam Pearce was reassuring us that there was going to be no such thing. Then Bianca comes out. She doesn't want Rhea in there. Rhea comes out. Adam Pearce just keeps losing his cool. He's like, okay, seriously? He says to Rhea, look, you want your rematch? You're going to get it. So next week, Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, Monday Night Raw for the title. The winner of that match, Bianca, is going to face the winner. And that's what was really wild when Bianca's like, well, who am I facing? Whoever wins the match. It's not that complicated. It's not rocket science. And again, oh boy. You know, the whole like where Bianca and Rhea go back at it and then that, you know, whatever thing that they're doing. And then Io comes in and says, hey. And then Rhea or Bianca's like, girl, please. And then just like pushes Io. And it's like, she's going to snap. And she did. She did. So there was a little bit of a brawl. There was no security or anything like that. And then backstage later on, we find out from Adam Pearce that Bianca Belair is going to be the special guest referee for that match between Io and Rhea next week. Oh, boy, that's going to be something. I'm actually looking forward to that. I really am. What else is going on here? Oh, yeah. This was bizarre. El Grande Americano defeats Dragon Lee. It's Chad Gable. I mean, like it's Chad Gable. It's crazy. Dragon Lee's in really good shape, but a guy like Chad Gable can make you look there like he needs to trim a little bit. It's crazy how fit he... Honestly, of everybody, I wish I looked like a Chad Gable or a Finn Balor. Or a Ludwig Kaiser. Or... Anyhow, I'm working on it slowly. I've come a long way. Like I said, I think I've dropped now like 140 pounds. So I'm definitely slowly making my way there. Where was I? Oh, yeah. So Drake. I am so confused. They made a mistake. No, they didn't. Okay, sorry. I just woke up not long ago because of the whole El Grande thing. I was all like, oh, yeah, Dragon Lee did defeat. It's like, no, he didn't. He tapped out. That's right. So Chad Gable defeated Dragon Lee. But this one was weird. And I have to admit, I'm not going to lie. I don't get the whole mask thing. I think today I am going to look it up. I get the mask thing, sorry. What I don't get about it is when the rare time the mask comes off, why they feel so embarrassed to the point where they'll cover their face and they'll lose a match over it. Because this was a great match. Like, these two together are money in the ring. Okay? But Chad Gable ripped off the mask, and he put him in the ankle lock, and he was all like, oh no, my face. And I was just like, I don't get it. That's the part of the mask that I don't get. I get the mask, to clarify. The luchador mask thing. It's just, if it comes off, what's the big deal if people see you? People already know who you are. People know who Rey Mysterio is. So, yeah, that was just a bit bizarre for me. Because, again, I don't understand. So I'll have to look that up on my own today. CM Punk in-ring promo. Didn't really have much to say. Basically just addressed Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. And, you know, that's pretty much it, really. You can watch the promo. This one was, like, short and sweet. It wasn't 13 minutes long like John Cena's. I would have preferred Punk on the mic for 13 minutes versus today's heel Cena for 13 minutes. And then Braun Breaker retains the IC title against Penta via disqualification because Dom and Carlito, you know, they were interfering. And then Finn Balor comes out. It looked for a moment like Penta was going to join Judgment Day, but I knew he wasn't. Threw the chair at Dominic, then kicked him in the side of the face. And Braun Breaker and Penta were left laying in the middle of the ring. I'm telling you, something's going to happen with Finn Balor at some point. They're just taking their time. They're brewing it up. And yeah. But for a moment, I really did think that it could be the moment where Finn Balor blasts Dominic in the head with the chair. Yeah. Yeah, so this was kind of like a bit of a weird Raw for me. Like I said before, I always like to be very positive. Oh, yeah, this was good. And if there's some bad stuff, I just kind of, you know. But for me, there was only a few moments where I was like really entertained. I mean, there was a few. I mean, overall, I'm always entertained. I'm just happy to watch wrestling. I love wrestling. I'm always going to watch it, right? No matter how good or bad it is, even through the worst of WWE and some of the other promotions that I do watch sometimes when I have some extra time. I always watch them. Some eras I don't like nearly as much as others, obviously, and I find that they're kind of ugh. But I'll still watch it because to me, the very little bit of entertainment that it brings me is better than having none at all whatsoever. For me, is how I look at it. I'm looking at it as something is better than nothing. But I have to admit, for me, this has been one of the in a while where I'm kind of left whatever. So there you have it. Thumbs up as always if you liked the video. It does really help support the channel with the algorithm and trying to make me more relevant in the search results. Thumbs down if you didn't like it. We'll bend it in half, twist it. You get the Solo Sikoan spike right where the sun don't shine. And it's your thumb. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm tired. I need to go back to bed. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, naturally, that would be great. But if not, thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care. And maybe I will see some of you in the next one. Bye for now.